Welcome back to Blue Exorcist Anime Review, episode number 40. We're reviewing the second episode of the season, which is also the 63rd episode series, Truth. This adapts from the rest of chapter 101, basically pages, I think it's like 17 to 35, along with the entirety of chapter 102. Yep, so we began left on the last episode where young Shiro is talking to Mephisto. Where basically, like, after mentioning the whole thing about, oh yeah, apparently he raised 10,000 yen due to doing honest actual work. And his plan was to basically leave the area and just be away from this area because he didn't want to be there. So basically, he doesn't like it. He's like rather die or whatever. And then he proceeds to jump on Mephisto's desk, grab up the tie, and recommends this: make me an X-Wire. You did say you are the director of the Section 13. You appoint one kid at once every 15 years to the program. And he's like, I have the qualifications. Make me an X-Wire. He's like, I'll put a recommendation in. And he's like, you only do experiments once a year, not every day. But you had to basically like fulfill like a contract, whatever. With, okay, whatever. Pretty simple stuff here, and he agrees, no problem. Of course, he doesn't know is Rin basically Sky around the corner, which he does appreciate him not interrupting the conversation. And then he proceeds to have it where, like, they go out of the office, and then like they jump ahead 4 years. Because at that point, it's been like a year. So they go to the facility. Of course, Rin sees his mom again. She doesn't do anything. She just walks to class. And then he basically unveils what's Section 13. So the whole thing with like making clones of various humans to serve as hosts for the demons. As basically, my mom was. He doesn't mention about my mom, but that was mentioned last season, where he was the most successful one they actually had. Like they made him first, and he was very successful, and he's surviving a problem. And of course, basically like too much. And of course, then he shows him Lucifer before the one he had present day. Apparently he filled the presents before. And then he proceeds to go out the door. And then he, doesn't like see how his father is, future father is doing. And he goes to the door, ends up with a locker that ends up in like some forest area, and he sees his mom, Yuri. Where she's basically like she's like a trainee exorcist, where their job is to eliminate this tree demon, which they use small torches. I'm like, really? I get the fact you don't want to give kids flamethrowers. Could you give them something else besides small torches? And then, of course, basically Shiro does not want to make full of wants to kill this demon as quickly as possible, so he proceeds to hop up in the air, drop holy oil on it, chop some branches out, enough time for a flamethrower unit to come and basically burn the damn tree. And like little green people. And by the way, also Ren points this out though. Yuri, that Shimi, the girl he likes, apparently has got the same personality as his mom. And then he sees a conversation between them later on in the episode, which reminds him so much of him and his adopted father before he found he was a demon. Like little green creatures with the same thing as Shimmy's got. By the way, also speaking of Shimmy, there is basically a Gogori named Shimmy's whatever it is. And my guess is that we're going to see this more later on because the name is so similar to what we see for the character. And kills the green creatures. Of course, Yuri's upset with them. And he tries to ignore her, but he does. But it seems like he does remember her, but he's like trying to basically doesn't want anything to do with it all because he just wants to basically rise up in ranks quickly so he can get away from the order, so he can basically be left alone. And there's a joke I should point out though that, he was about to say big boobs because basically he's a pervert. Yeah, he loves women. He loves women. All because basically he had porno mags basically in his hideout. And somehow Yuri knew where he can find them. Knew where he can find more of them. I'm like, Yeah, I mentioned that last episode. Like, really? Yeah. So then the episode ends with blue flames coming near a tree root, and like, oh, there must be Satan. End of the episode. Really good here. And like in the case of One Air's thing that just started recently, and that being 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really Love You, this one, now I didn't have confirmation, I'm guessing it was 2 episodes, but we're only 2 episodes in, and we're going to be here for a bit. This will probably not wrap up until April at the latest, while most everything else I'm working on probably won't wrap up until next month. I would say the only one I can't confirm up next month is going to be, well, the first core of Dr. Stone's Stone Future. Maybe a guild receptionist while Soul and Boston Clock on time. Walk of the Japan myself. Head into the world. And the Red Ranger as an adventurer in another world. Yep. But yeah, not much to say this episode. It was really good. And now I'm going to add this to my Sunday view schedule because that's when Lisa dubs this thing. Not really sure why they said release the episode, but now I'm all caught up. Great. Next thing I'm going to go to is going to be ReZero. But first, it's going to be Comic Corner. But it's going to be an interesting one. Okay? Thanks, you. Bye.